In addition to using any of the thousands of already created activities in Seesaw through the activity library, you are also able to create your own activities to customize for your students. To create your own activities, you will need to go into My Library, and that can be found by clicking the Add button and then Assign Activity. Here you will see a button that says Create New Activity, and you will need to start typing in your directions and titles for your activity. When you're typing written directions, there are some shortcuts that would replace the words with the icons that directly match the student's view in Seesaw. For instance, if I want them to use the pen icon, I can type in : pen : There is a separate document that is available with all the shortcuts for you to reference when you are writing these directions. You can, in addition to the written directions, you can also record yourself giving voice directions. This is especially helpful for students who may not be able to read the directions or just need the extra support. Multimedia instructions or examples would be something that you would create to just show your students and give them an idea of what you were looking for. Underneath this box, you have your student template. This is what students are going to get a copy of to edit themselves. When you click on Add Template for Student Responses, you have several options. Photo would give you the web camera on your computer to take a picture. Drawing is going to start with the plain white drawing board. Video would be recording. Links would be a URL or a website. Notes would just be a little notebook page. Otherwise, the upload option is going to be a frequently used one, because this is where you can attach not only pictures, videos, or files from your Google Drive, but you can also attach PDFs from here as well. Now, these pictures and images that you attach could be things that you've created or found. For instance, in Google Slides, I built this template with some boxes and text that I want my students to complete on their Seesaw activity. Once I have the slide built as I want it, I can go to File and Download, and I can select the current slide to download it as a JPEG image. Now when I return to Seesaw, I can use this Upload option and select it from my computer. I click the green check mark to proceed, and that image is put in the background of my Seesaw template. To move things around, I would click the hand with the box here. By default, if I'm just uploading one object, it's going to pretty much take up the whole screen, and it's going to be locked in place. I see these 3 dots, and I would have the ability to unlock this and resize it or move it around if I need to. I can also add other things on the side here. I can add text, recordings, pictures, either taking a picture or uploading an image from my computer. And then the 3 dots expand for some shapes or different backgrounds. So for this one, maybe I want them to have a variety of shapes that they move around. Or I want them to have a 10-frame block. I can click on any of these. I can move it around, I can rotate it, resize it. Again, whatever I'm seeing here is what my students would see on their screen. If I want to lock this in place, again, I can click those 3 dots and I can click on Lock. Now that would not be able to be moved, resized until it was unlocked. If you are a Seesaw for Schools teacher, you have the ability to add additional pages within this one template. So I could click on Add Page, and now I have a new template. This would allow you to build multiple step activities for your students. When I'm ready, I'm going to click the green check mark, and it'll go back to my activity. And I see that this template has been attached. I can now save that activity, and it's going to save in my library. I can always come back to the activity and edit it later by clicking on the activity and then clicking the three dots, and I have the ability to edit that activity. When I'm ready for my students to complete it, I can go ahead and assign it, selecting the class or classes and the students that I want to be able to see this activity. If I want to share the activity I created with other teachers, I can click the three dots, and I have the ability to share an activity. Not everyone will see all these options. This depends on what kind of access to Seesaw you have, whether you have Seesaw for Schools, if you're a Seesaw ambassador, or just using the free version of Seesaw. But everyone will have the ability to get the activity link. So if you click on Get Activity Link and you click on Copy, it's going to copy a URL that you could then share with teachers, either via email or other documentation. When the teachers then go to that link, they'll see a preview screen of your activity, and they can click Save Activity in order to save it to their library to be able to use. This way you can collaboratively create activities within a grade level or team if you wanted to, instead of having to create them all yourself.